So what are your memories of when Full Eclipse started to come to the forefront?
Oh shit, that shit is dope. Oh, here we go. My bad. That's when rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, B, man. They was opening up a club, right? This is around, this is like how it started, right? It was a bunch
He opened the biggest club in the Bronx, right?
They was trying to open it. They was going to open it, right?
Right.
All right. I don't know. I forgot. I don't remember the name was going to be, but this is when it's like, it was Posse None, but already, you know, Pun, Cuban, we was all together. Posse None, Louisville's, and Terror Squad, the original ones, hanging in front of the bodega every Friday and Saturday. You understand? Or we'd go to Littleville's, right? Now, B comes around, Cuban introduced us all to B, at least to me. I mean, a lot of people, Joe and them probably knew him already, whatever. B took us and said, yo, y'all want a job? It's like, what? It's like, yo, let's go do some construction in this club. It was me, my man, Hog, white boy. Yo, son, B was paying us, like, I can't even say, some good money. I mean, some good money an hour, and we did some construction. We built that club, man. We painted that club. No lie, no cap. Cuban to tell you, you know, it never got open, but that's when Full Eclipse was on. They was already planning how shows was going to be there and all this. So one day, you know, like I said, I'm not in the business. I'm not in that world. At that time, I'm a shorty growing up, whatever the case may be, but I'm with Cuban, you know what I mean? I'm with Pun, with the whole thing, Terror Squad. That's when everything was live. And that's when, you know, they had a show. They was going to do it in the Apollo, right? Pun. And they had the jackets. B came around. I believe B invested in the Full Eclipse jackets. Those shit was dope, son. Dope. Cuban, you know, I threw his on, let me rock it. My man Tone. Tone is from Louisville. Psycho. He's Louisville's. Tech 9. That's what his name. Tech 9. He's straight Louisville's. That's Cuban's. He's part of Louisville's. Psycho. Real dude. But yeah, that's when, where was that? Because damn, I got excited for a second there. Where was that?
You were saying the club never opened, and then...
yeah, that's right. You paying attention. Good. The club never opened. We don't know why. I don't know why. But at that time, that's when Full Eclipse started. They had a show in the Apollo.
Right, the Apollo.
At that thing, we showered, and this B, they had the thing. We closed up the club like we finished working, and B took us shopping. He bought us some sneakers, some clothes, because the club was that night. That's how real it was that Cuban and them was performing. So we got dressed. Yo, no fucking lie, my G. We said, yo, instead of us being, my man, instead of us jumping in the cars, we said, yo, let's take the train. Yo, it was like 100, like 50 of us. We caught the train on Prospect. This is true story, bro. Yo, how about half the dudes paid, half the dudes started hopping over, and son, no lie, you had about 100 cops come out of nowhere. I think, did I get locked up that day? Yeah, I got locked up that day because I started fighting with the cops again. Mad of us got locked up, but Cuban didn't get locked up and punched, and they ended up going to the show. So I don't even know what happened at the show because I was in the boat, a bunch of us.
Wow.
I never forget. Pun, they heard the story, and the dude started rapping about it, right? We went to 23 Park the next day, and every day we meet up in the park, and after the show, they told us about it. They was like, yo, what's wrong? And I was like, you know how many cops? Yo, they came out of nowhere, son. They came out of nowhere, and it was on a weekend. We should have known that. But, I mean, half of us got locked up, I mean, for some stupid shit, and got slammed on the floor. This nigga Cuban, the cop pushed him back. And Cuban went flying into, like, white boy, like, leaning back. And this nigga went to go punch the cop. Yo, son. Yo, he went to go punch the cop. I want to say white boy grabbed him. And I looked, and when I turned around, the cop is hitting me. I said, another cop. I said, oh, shit, what the fuck? And I get locked up. These niggas is out. They good, you know what I mean? That shit was crazy. I'll never forget that day. And the next day, they told us about it. Now, I mean, we was at 23 Park, and this nigga Pun, man, we was all sitting in at the table. We was playing spades, matter of fact. Niggas went and got some, you know, I mean, got some 40s, you know. It's a summertime day. So we start playing for knuckles. Now I made you lose that nigga. Yo, son, look, let me show you, son. These cigarette burns right here, this is Cuban, this is Punk. They used to put the cigarette burns out on the arms. We'd do that while we played. The knuckles, breaking your knuckles so they bleed, son. But we'd be so ripped just chilling, you don't even feel it till the next day, man.
Yeah.
That shit was dope, man. That's dope, bro.
Did you have a relationship with Triple Sace?
Oh, yeah, man. No question, bro. Sace my G. You crazy? Sace, man, you know, I remember one time, the first time, Sace, he let me hear that.
Was Sace at the train situation?
You know what? I'm quite sure he was dead, but he didn't get locked up. He was dead because they was performing. They had the damn jackets and all that. We was Lowfields. You know, the Posse None. We was dead.
Right.
I mean, we was part of Cuban. I mean, we was Cuban. Cuban always said, man, like his track, this is for my real niggas. That he really wanted to put. He was putting us on, man. I mean, I didn't want to get on. I was happy. I was happy for everybody. It wasn't the music for me. Don't get it twisted. I got some fire, but that wasn't me. I'm more into to making pizza, you know, I'm a chef, shit like that. I like food. I want to invest in that, but Cuban, I hold them down.
Right.
I'll be there. I will bleed for my G. I will hold them down. People don't understand. It's not because of the music. It's not because of this or that. I ain't got nothing to do with the music and all that. It's because who he is. I understand him. You understand? I understand him. I know how we was raised. This was what we do.